Alright, hello everybody. I am back and I'm going to be bringing you another League of Legends commentary. I'm going to be trying out Quinn today because it's a new AD carry, and I just bought her to try to learn it. I feel like my understanding is that she's not very strong at the moment and possibly needs a slight buff, just because she doesn't scale very well on into the late game. But I think her laning phase is supposed to be very strong, so hopefully we can showcase that a little bit. I obviously have not played her before, so I am not familiar with her skills. So we're learning as we go. But I'll try to sort of showcase my learning process for a new character as well while we're doing this. Since I main AD carry, it's pretty important to me to learn all the AD carries and try to see if there's any that I'm missing that I really like. Currently I have a reasonable stable, but you know, it's good to always keep your champion pool varied and large, especially because champions tend to get nerfed or buffed, and if one of the champions that I tend to really like gets nerfed, I will want to have another champion that I'm relatively comfortable with to throw in their stead. Similarly, if a champion gets buffed significantly, then I'll want to have some experience with them so I know how to play them. That's one thing that's relatively important when you're trying to gain elo and perform well for my team and all that. And since AD carry is the role that I play for my team, I take it a little more seriously than I do my other champions. This is just a normal because it's my first time playing this champion. We're up against Misfortune Lulu in the bottom lane, and I have a Taric. So I feel like that lane is probably okay for us. It depends on how well they play. Lulu does have... Oh, actually, it could be Varus also. They have double AD carries. I've seen Varus solo a couple times recently. A lot of people were playing him solo back when he first came out, and then people realized that was bad. But with the rise of solo ADs again, people are starting to play ADs solo mid a couple more, like a little bit more, which I really like. I think that's good. We've been seeing Varus solo, so we'll see probably one of them solo. Have to figure out which one. Either way, it won't really change what I'm gonna do. Both of those champions are very good at dueling and have very strong trades, so you need to be careful. Alright, so just checking everything out. My base damage is pretty good, 70. You get Valor marking for bonus damage, you get a blind, which is a skill shot nuke. That's a long range also. This one gives you increased attack speed and reveals a large area of the map on a very long cooldown, but has no cost, so it's sort of a mini hawkshot. And this is a dash, which slows. Okay. Cool. And we'll figure out the ultimate in a bit. You can get longsword, 2 pots. So just looking at the base stats, 511 health is pretty good for an AD at level 1, with 9 points in the defense tree for the bonus health and armor. My base armor is 17, which is pretty standard. Most ADs have 17 base armor, and my damage is about 3. It's 3 less than Misfortune's would be at level 1, and 1 more than Ezreal's would be at level 1 with these items and these masteries. So it falls sort of right in the middle. Much higher than, say, Ashe or Tristana, who have very low base damage. Looking at the skill set, just checking to see which one I want to get. It's probably either Vault or Blinding Assault. I mean, it's definitely not Heightened Senses. I need to... Okay, that does do a lot of damage. 127 from that auto attack is a lot from my passive. Doesn't seem... It's supposed to mark the things that I am attacking, but it doesn't seem to actually be doing that. Maybe that's only true with champions. Alright, so we're going to start with the blind just because I'm up against a Misfortune, and I want to be able to trade with her if I have to. Tarek should probably have just stunned Lulu there. Could have got a bunch of free damage. Rather than just like walking back and forth, he should probably stun Lulu, in my opinion. Okay, so I blinded Lulu. Okay, so that does not trigger. I wanted to check if that triggered the passive, which it does not. Cooldown on that skill is very long. And they are level 2, so I will need to be careful, but I hit 2 as well. I'm going to level my E next. It's a dash. It's a pretty long range sort of initiate skill, it looks like. Oops, I missed my my nuke, so I want to be careful. Tarek needs to, I don't know, do stuff. Tarek is just sort of walking around taking a lot of poke. I do not think he is very familiar with how support works. Alright, so I got first blood, but I'm definitely going to die here. Tarek tried to walk back in. I figured I was going to die there, but it was worth a try anyways, so I'm just going to pick up boots. Get back to the lane. They're going to have a significant advantage over me because I died while there's a giant wave here. Alright, but that was pretty good burst damage. I was able to just, like, kill Lulu through her flash and exhaust. Going to run back in and try to pick up at least some of this farm. Misfortune is 2 levels up on me, so that's pretty bad. Tarek should probably base. I'm going to max my my nuke, as one tends to. Nope. Okay, that missed. Not looking at the level up incentives right now, just because it's a little bit too chaotic at the moment. But usually when you level up, you want to look at the level up incentives for your skills to see like where the damage comes from and all that. I'm just gonna use it to CS. Okay, it does hit minions. I wasn't actually 100% sure of that. Oh, stupid Lulu. Okay, Tarek is back now, so. And Misfortune is out of mana. Tarek spending some mana. He did not need to heal me there. Oop. Okay. That didn't do what I expected it to. Hit the creeps. Whoa, okay. Tarek is going a little hard here. If he'd stunned, I would have been able to vault to her, I think. Alright, so that was a good stun by Tarek. I used this thing just to give him vision so that he would be able to stun. And that seemed to work. Burst damage is very high, although I feel like Lulu's not running much armor, because I do need to check that. But so far, this champion feels pretty good. Oop, I should maybe have actually last hit that. You know, an interesting little combo there. I can sort of turn and get some damage on them. I do need to keep hitting things. Looks like Yi wants to come in for a gank. I don't know if they're going to be able to get anything. I can throw that. Blind that guy. Keep shooting him. Just blinded the MF here. You know, pick that up, but I have no mana, so Yeah. With no mana, I wasn't going to be able to do anything. Unfortunately, as well she hit 6. After Tarek just sort of died to MF, like running through them, that was not going to work. So what went wrong in that fight is Tarek passed around here, and MF just sort of like stood there hitting him and just killed him. And then obviously Yi died to Hecarim in there, but like then it was 3v2 because MF was able to just kill Tarek for free. He didn't stun her or path around. He just like walked through her and took all of her damage for free. Which is fine, like that happens sometimes. Okay, so now I get to read my ultimate. Valor gains 80% movement speed. Alright, I thought that was a someone is coming ping, which it probably should have been. You don't usually ping that hard just to give someone the blue buff. Anyways, so that damage is not very high, the Sky Strike damage. So, and the ultimate is on a very long cooldown. I'm just gonna throw that out there so that we can maybe get a stun. No? Okay. Oh, Tarek went just straight amplifying tome. Which is probably not so great. He has no regen. With Hecarim coming in there, I don't know that there was much we could do about that. So Misfortune is getting ridiculously strong. I didn't realize this had a long-ass cooldown before you could cast it again. It was like 3 seconds. It doesn't actually happen to mention that anywhere, which isn't super useful. So I thought I could use it to combo in and kill Lulu, but turned out that I could not. And then I just like kept chasing to make sure that I got that kill, because I figured I was dead. Luckily, with Hecarim pressure always bought, I mean, I still have 5 kills. Like, Misfortune also has 5 kills, but we're not actually as behind as it might seem. And my team is able to pick stuff up elsewhere on the map because of the amount of pressure that they are spending bot. So I want to stack up my Bloodthirster. I mean, they know you're there, Tarek. You're not being sneaky. One thing I like about this champion is, I mean, even though this is on a pretty long cooldown, it is nice to have a long-range farming skill. Something that helps you get farm if you're zoned or whatever. I should probably be trying to poke with it more and harass. So we won that trade pretty hard because they did damage basically only to Tarek. There's a creep in the way, so I can't blind Misfortune. Yeah. Oops, I probably should have checked my level up incentives there. Definitely should have done that while I was dead. Okay, so that was pretty bad. I misjudged my cooldowns and I just missed my blind. Had I hit the blind, we would have won that fight pretty hard, but I happened to miss. I'm going to use this ultimate to get down here faster. Because lets me do that. Oh, okay. So that was not as long range as I thought it was. I thought that was longer range than that. Not sure what's happening in the rest of the map, because Hecarim's down here all the time, and we don't seem to have picked up... I guess we picked up mid-turret. This sort of thing is going to happen, though, when you're learning a new champion. I really wish this wasn't on a 3-minute cooldown. It's just like a... cooldown on that is kind of ridiculous. I'm actually ahead in CS. On Misfortune. Just because she's been missing a lot. Okay, so I can use this. So that gives a slow, but now I'm probably just dead. Yeah. Team did not cancel Misfortune's ultimate. I really thought Diana would jump onto Misfortune and cancel her ultimate, but she did not. Okay. So, that being the case, I should have saved my blind to just, like, hit MF and then done it that way. Nice. Darius just 2v1ing. So I'm playing too aggressively, I think. You get a lot of attack speed. The level up incentive on that might be pretty good because of the amount of attack speed it gives you. Okay. I was hoping Lulu was blue pilling in that brush and I could just like get a cheeky free kill. Not sure how to use Quinn's ultimate at the moment. Also, I definitely want to check my level up incentives next time I level up. Okay. So that gains 40 damage, 1 second of cooldown, and 5 mana, who cares. That gains 5% attack speed, and 5 seconds of cooldown, which is actually pretty good. And this gains damage and cooldowns, and is your sort of mobility skill. Okay, so it is right to max this, because it gains cooldown and damage, like a lot of damage. 40 is a decent amount of bonus damage. Why is Diana so caught? Okay, can we... Okay. I thought we were going hard on that, but Diana was just caught. I thought we were gonna go while Diana was there. I should definitely not have done that. That was obviously very poor play. It's cool, though. Yi killed Hecarim. I'm not sure how Darius, after 2v1ing top lane, just died 1v1, although his build is pretty awful. That may have something to do with it, the fact that... I guess he's also half the other Darius' CS. So that's not good. Okay, so obviously I'm misusing my ultimate. You're definitely not supposed to use it to run in like that. In fact, I probably just shouldn't cast it during team fights, except to last hit people. But even then, it doesn't add to my burst combo because it's got a 4-second cooldown before I can actually cast the second half of it. And I keep thinking of it as a skill that adds to my burst combo, when it is clearly not. So, just gotta stop thinking of it like that, and we'll be fine. Again, though, my understanding is that this champion does not scale into the late game very well. Wow. Alright, at least Diana's able to push top. I don't know that we can really engage this, though. Yeah. We, How did Misfortune actually hit me there? So we exhausted Lulu during that fight, which is one of the things that went wrong with it. The other things were just taking a ton of free poke. Misfortune's not even that strong right now because she got the Blade of the Ruined King, which doesn't actually do that much damage as an item. Once she gets a second item, it'll be pretty strong, but until then, it's very important for Master Yi to take all the AD carries farm. Don't worry about it. Yeah, until then, she doesn't actually do that much, but we're playing so badly, it just keeps giving her free opportunities. So I think I keep leveling this just because it's my escape skill. It doesn't actually seem to be a very good escape skill, though, to be honest. I really don't understand my ultimate. I don't feel like it's very good at the moment. I mean, it's a mobility skill that you can't actually use to gain mobility in a fight. And a nuke that you can't actually use to nuke in a fight. And I feel like you never want to be in melee form. I mean, maybe now is a good time to use it? Let's try that. Let's try this. Yeah, okay, so we're chasing and everything. There we go. Yeah, and now I'm just like fucked because I had to go into melee. Now, granted, that's part of the problem is that our team is just so far behind we can't do damage. But it feels like if there was a good time to use this ultimate, it was then, when we were chasing. But it just sent me into melee. So I really do not like this spell so far. It's possible I'm using it wrong, and if anyone has ideas of like how to use it better, or if not as a chasing skill and not as a bonus nuke, like maybe you just use it as like a 1 minute 40-second teleport just to get back to lane faster. Like a... Because it's not even as good as Ghost, because you can't kite while it's active. This skill also has that problem, because you're not untargetable while you're casting it. Like while it's active. Most blinks, with most dashes with durations like that, you can't actually be hit while you're casting them. You're still making certain to take all of my farm, which is fine, whatever. But this one, like as you saw in that last fight, I dashed in against Darius and just got hit by his Q because I used my vault to slow him, even though it pulled me back into range and then back out of the range. So if they have any AoE, your vault is not an initiation skill. You can't use it to escape or go in. So far, I kind of understand why people are not playing this champion. Obviously, I'm going to have to give her some more games, but to figure things out. But I feel like your skill set does not lend you to doing the sorts of things that an AD carry wants to do. It's possible, again, that she's better top lane or mid lane, where your ultimate probably has more use because you can use it to like roam between lanes. But I don't feel like she has the skill set of a duelist because your blink does not give you outplay potential because you still just like get hit by stuff. The blind gives you some outplay potential, but that skill shot's pretty easy to miss. I don't know. And your steroid feels very unreliable, and also very your passive feels very unreliable, and also not frequent enough to really be an effective AD steroid. So currently, my impression of this champion is that she's not that great. Now, obviously, this is after a single game with her. And I have no, this is just very, very first impressions. And my lane partner was not very familiar with bottom lane, so there wasn't, we couldn't do a ton in bottom lane, but just judging by how her skills felt and how they acted in game, I feel like this champion does not have the right kit to be an effective late game AD carry. And is not particularly strong in lane. She's not like Draven, who really abuses lanes. Like, Draven's kit is pretty bad for being a late game AD carry, but he abuses lanes so well that he's still an effective pick. And I don't feel like Quinn has that kind of early game power to make up for her sort of mediocre late game kit. So, anyways, that's my first impressions of Quinn, and I hope you guys found that helpful, sort of seeing my learning process and everything. And I will probably be doing another couple Quinn games just to, see if to confirm or deny my impressions. And please let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel. And cheers, folks. GG.